Hey everybody, welcome to step 2 of my helmet and armor build. As from the last video, you guys got a bit of an introduction into what I'm doing and saw me build the stencil for the final steel plate. Today you're going to get to see me actually cut, form, and attach that final steel plate from the stencil we made. I did go ahead and I went back and modified the stencil a little bit. You'll get to see that. The first one was good, but I wanted to do better, so I did. I went back and made a slightly better version off the original. So, hope you guys enjoy. I'm real excited, and hopefully this thing will turn out looking fantastic. Here we go. Before we continue, make sure to hit that like and subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. Check out my Patreon if you want to support the channel. Now let's get back to the video. everybody, after all that work, we have completed the final steel plate. It does look pretty good. I am really happy with it. There's a few imperfections that some sanding and thankfully the painting will help cover and mask, seeing that it's going to be multicam painted. The little imperfections that would be hard for anyone but me to notice will be pretty well covered up. I'm overall real happy with what I got. It was a good bit of work, and all this steel work for this helmet has been the most complex armor smithing I've ever done, but it's been well worth it. Helmet overall, it fits well. Helmet weighs in just about just under 7.5 pounds. That's not too bad considering that the stock helmet itself is about 6 pounds when you get it. So not bad on weight. It's about half the weight of my really heavy duty medieval steel helmet I made. So this is actually really nice on my head. I've got pretty good range of motion. Things I'm going to be doing next are I'm going to be installing the neck seal, like the actual fabric neck seal that, you know, actually touches my neck, surrounds my neck, and the visor. I'm going to try to get the visor done. I know I've planned out basically what I'm going to do for that, for both of those. It will take a second while I get the funds and get the supplies in the shop. So in the meantime, I am going to try and put up some other videos of things like making other parts of armor that I have the supplies for already just laying around. I do want to say, like, things like the neck seal are going to be really important. They're going to limit the ability for, you know, air to come in and out, but since this thing will not have a chin strap to help keep the helmet in place on my head, having a really form-fitting neck seal that will suffice as that. But also the padding that's going to go on the inside of the helmet too will, you know, act largely like the padding of, you know, football helmet to help keep it in place, and that neck seal will then act like the chin strap. But those are next. I love what this has turned into. I've got two good spaces up here where I can put some systems. I can put Bakara's antenna coming out of one. I think the front profile of this looks good. The fins aren't as this large plate that I just finished making is not quite as flared out as Bakara's. His is a little more angled. It's not as steep as mine, but I wanted to make mine a little bit closer, a little bit tighter, so that there wasn't as big a gap right here. But yeah, overall, I love this thing. I'm really excited to get the things like the visor and the neck seal in, because then it'll fit. It'll stay on my head a bit more like it's supposed to, and when I, you know, look in the mirror, it'll actually look much more like a clone helmet with that visor in there, as opposed to, it looks really weird when you look in the mirror and you have this big open space where you can still see my eyes. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. That's some fun time in the shop. Took me about a week to do. You saw in the video, I had to do a little reshaping on this cheek guard. You know, they're not perfect, but the imperfections are going to be hard for anyone but me to notice. Overall, I think this looks really good, and yep. So stay tuned for part 3. It will be a minute, but in the meantime, I'm going to try and get some other fun things up for you guys to watch, so that I can actually be in the process of building the rest of my armor, so that once I get my helmet done, I don't then have to go build all of my armor before I get to go play Airsoft. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, guys.